Hey there, Crusaders. Welcome back to episode 14 of Beyond the Armor. I'm Dr. Rob Brown with my co-host,
Tim Bozier.
Hey, brought to you by Brushstrokes Painting.
And more.
Oh, man. Appreciate them. You love that and more part, don't you? Well, we've had
a great family.
They are a great family, great sponsor, sticking with us through second semester. And here we are in the heartbeat of the spring. Can you believe it's already March 27th as this episode releases?
Man,
Crazy, isn't it?
Nope.
Spring sports are in full swing.
Yep.
We've got soccer teams.
Track.
We've got track and golf. Are you a golfer?
When I golf, I wear my boots because I'm either in the water, in the sand, or in the woods. So,
okay. All right.
not
Really. So not really. You just hit a golf ball with something, right? Yeah. See, I love golf, but I'm terrible.
I'm an advocate for full contact golf.
Okay.
I think that would be fun. Yeah, that would be more fun for me.
That is not in
golf.
Skeese Athletics, just so you know. Not in Skeese Athletics. Do you what sport did you play growing up?
I played a little bit of football, a little bit of baseball, soccer, basketball, a little bit of everything.
All right. Yep. So I was mostly soccer.
I was not great at any of it.
No, I was not either. Yeah. I played baseball when I was really little, but I couldn't hit. That was a problem. Yeah. So I heard.
Yep. It's a small problem.
Small problem. But hey, our track team ready to compete for a state championship this year. They're looking really strong so far.
Yes.
Soccer teams are doing really well. Yep. Golf, I mean, excited about them as well. So all teams looking really good.
Yep.
Get out and check out our website.
Yes. Cheer them on.
That's right. Our sports calendar is out there. Have been to any games?
I have been to a few games.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Some of my 8th grade boys are playing. So
all
soccer.
Right.
So.
That's awesome.
Yep. So I'll be out.
Cheer them on.
Be out there to cheer them on. Yep.
Well, it's not just athletics. Our fine arts is also in full swing. This is a busy season for them.
They got a tour coming up.
They sure do. They're actually heading to the beach. That's going to be April 3rd through 6th. Yeah. And they're going to be competing. So this is when they get, this fancy word, they get adjudicated.
Ooh. That sounds like a legal term.
That's good. I think it is, but it's not a legal thing. It means they perform in front of a judge and they actually get a rating. So and they get to have a little fun while they're on that too. But that's going to be our choir that's going to be performing, our upper school choir performing. They also have their spring concert.
Yes. Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
So that's coming up April 23rd. Yep. Our lower school choir also going to be performing. They got spring programs.
They're prepping, right?
Absolutely. Yep. So really excited. Just to appreciate what Ms. Melanie Martin is doing in the lower school with our choir there and our music students. And then what Mrs. Lindsay Donovan does in the upper school with choir and drama. Yep. They invest so much time and energy into those students. Yep. Love them.
Yep.
Are you going to be going to the Lightning Thief?
Yes, I think so. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes. I have not got my tickets yet, so I have to find out whether we're sold out or not.
Well, don't wait till they get sold out. That's gonna be downtown at the Worship and Art Center, First Presbyterian Church at our downtown campus. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is beautiful.
You're in it, right?
Well, you have to come and find out. I mean, I've been told I've got a role, but what that is, you got to wait and see. Nice. So come check it out. Yes. I mean, so my daughter Catherine is in it. Okay. And I told her, I said, just wait till you see my costume. Just saying.
That's worth it to me.
All right, a lot going on, including standardized testing coming up April 7th through 11th. It's going to be here before we know it. Standardized testing is important because this is a process that we go through to help our students, right, show us what they have learned and see how we are doing in comparison to schools across the country.
That's right.
So standardized testing is an important process. It's not the end-all be-all, right? Our scores are what I would call a snapshot in time. And sometimes our students, may have a bad day and not do as well. That's okay. But it's a great opportunity for us to kind of see the growth in our students from year to year.
Yep.
So
in some instances, it gives us a baseline of where they are.
That's exactly right.
And then measuring point from there on every time they do this. So
exactly. Yeah. So standardized testing week, make sure that you're following communication from the school about who's taking what test on what day. Right. Eat a good breakfast on standardized testing mornings. Sure. That's important. Right. Get some good rest that week. Make sure you come ready. Did you do testing when you were growing up?
I did a little bit, yeah.
Surely, right? Yeah, do you remember any of the tests that you actually
I remember having to eat well beforehand. So
see, your mom told you that.
Yeah, that's right.
Eat a good breakfast.
I had to have an apple instead of apparently waffles was not a good hearty breakfast before testing. So
I mean, eggs.
Eggs are
right.
good.
Yeah,
Yes.
those are good. You know, we did when I was growing up. We did BSAP tests when I was in elementary school. The BSAP test. Never heard of that one?
Nope.
I thought that was like everywhere. I had this pencil that said, "Do your best on the BSAP test."
Yeah, you did.
Absolutely. Do your best on that BSAP test. Yeah. We do Iowa testing. Do you know where Iowa is?
I do. My dad was born there. So
really,
I have family there.
See, we could do map testing. There is map testing. You can find Iowa on the map, even though I don't think that's really what map testing is.
No, it's not.
There's
Let's try that.
Okay.
Moana, Ohana, whatever.
You're welcome. All right. Hey, standardized testing, April 7th through 11th. And then our junior class is actually doing something during that week, the first couple of days on April 7th and 8th.
College tours.
Yeah, they're going to go be visiting some colleges. That's an exciting time for our juniors.
It is.
Probably Carolina. South Carolina.
That's not part of the tour.
It should be.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't really know.
They're going to go.
Mean. I'm sorry.
They're going to go visit a variety of colleges, right? Go get some different experiences. Yep. Great opportunity for them during their junior year.
Is that just the juniors, or did parents get to come or anything like that?
Just juniors. Mrs. Anderson takes them, and they actually visit a few different colleges on those days. So it's just a great opportunity for them to experience.
It's huge. It's a big deal.
It really, because college decisions
to make and
big decisions, and all of our students as they graduate from FPA are ready for college, and we have had 100% success, acceptance rate into college. Really proud of our students for the hard work that they do, regardless of what their future career path is. It's an important step to go through that process.
Right.
So,
and applications have to come in earlier and earlier and earlier, it seems like.
Yeah, that first semester of your senior year, you're working on that. And I really appreciate Ms. Lisa Anderson for all that she does, working with our high school students through that college process, helping them plan out starting in 9th grade, going all the way through their senior year. And she's really involved with them that junior and senior year. She's our director of guidance, right? So she works with our students through that college application process, and she does a phenomenal job. It's a big job for one person.
Yeah, for sure.
She does a great job.
Yeah. It's a great opportunity for us to pray for those juniors as they're thinking through and praying through their decisions. So,
we can also be praying for our ambassadors. We have ambassadors here at FPA.
Yes.
And this is the selection time. This is when they are applying and being interviewed for the ambassador position. So this is something that we take seriously. Yeah. These are students that they welcome new students when they come in. They help give shadowing students. And so we actually caught up with our podcast crew, Miss Marion Martin and Miss Diana Van Houten, who are over our ambassador program. Man. So let's
take a look at that.
First impressions coming your way.
Hi, I'm Ella Grace Ballou, and I'm here with Miss Van Houten and Miss Martin. Now, Miss Van Houten, Miss Martin, what do you do here at FPA?
I am the Director of Admissions here at FPA.
And I am the admissions coordinator here working with Miss Martin as well.
Now, I know y'all do some ambassador work. Give us a little insight about what that's like.
So the ambassador program, we have an application process where if you're interested, you can pick up an application and there's a brief interview and you'll be recommended by teachers and ultimately approved by Miss Thompson. And then we, whether there's on-campus events, off-campus events, just kind of supporting the school and admissions, we have about 20 ambassadors, and we're looking for anyone who's interested for next year.
That sounds like so much fun. Anything coming up for ambassadors?
Well, we have our ambassador applications that are now open. So any rising 6th through 12th grader can pick one up. And you will simply go to Miss Blair's desk and she will send you back to the admissions office for your application. And these applications will need to be returned by April the 4th. That's Friday, April the 4th. And then we will begin our process of interviewing our ambassadors, one of which is this lovely lady right here. She was my ambassador, one of our ambassadors this year.
Yes, I love being an ambassador.
We also have an exciting field trip that we attended at Anderson University, where we got to sit and talk with their ambassador program, and just to give our kids kind of a sense of what that would look like in the college setting.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
I just love those ladies.
Man, they have a lot of energy and they put a lot of effort into that program. They love those students.
Yes, they do.
They know how valuable it is to our community. So
they do a great job welcoming in new families, walking with families through the admissions process. Really appreciate them. And like you said, just loving on supporting those ambassadors, particularly in the job that they do.
Excited to see who's coming through
I know. I love our ambassadors. You know, they do such a great job. They're so involved in so many different ways. It's gonna be exciting to see who's going to be serving in that role next year.
Yeah.
So, hey, you know, this is here in late March. We are actually in the middle of, you know, the Lent season.
Yeah.
Not like, you know, like Lent from the dryer, but like Lent, yes. Right? And this is historically a part of the church calendar. Mm-hmm. And when we are getting ready for Easter, is that something that you have celebrated, you know, traditionally?
No, we typically as a family have not done anything regarding Lent. We are this year. My brother actually wrote a devotional, Journey to the Cross. It's for his congregation specifically in Blairsville, Georgia. That's awesome. So it's 47 days actually.
It starts devotion. On Ash Wednesday.
Mm-hmm, that's right. And he works through the 7 Sundays is basically why the extra 7 days on that side of things for him. But I mean, it's basically, you know, an opportunity for us to think through Jesus's time in the wilderness, 40 days in the wilderness, and his temptation and how he handled that. And it's an opportunity for us. Again, we didn't do this as a family,
right?
But we're going to take the opportunity to seek him and lean into him during this time. We have been, and it's been great. It's just an excellent opportunity for us as a family, as a couple. My wife and I are doing it together, awesome. And just to seek him, to see his face. And just to put a little bit more effort into this season before Easter comes.
Yeah. I love.
How about you guys?
Well, I love spring, you know, because of Easter. And so really just a few years ago, I started thinking about and celebrating Lent a little bit more. I have not been somebody, I know people in certain traditions will give up something for Lent, right? That's not something I've done, but just kind of resting in a Lent devotional every year, actually, and reading through the scripture, thinking about preparing for Easter. I think we have this tendency to focus specifically on Christmas Day and Easter Day,
right? And
we don't spend a lot of time, you know, thinking about the cross, particularly, and leading up to that. And so that's what I love about that Lent season is it really prepares you for that part of that church calendar cycle that I think is easy for us to miss out on.
That's right.
So I love that we're in a place here at FPA where that can be part of what we do. So while we're not doing, you know, a lot with Lent in our classrooms or anything, it's just, I think, talking about church history, talking about the church calendar, being aware of that, and having this time in our lives when we can really focus in on the suffering of Christ, on what he's done for us, on what he did for us at the cross. Yeah. And now we look forward to Easter Sunday because Easter's coming.
Yeah, man.
Excited about that.
Yep.
Easter's
Absolutely.
coming.
A big part of the gospel for us. So
that's right. Yeah. Well, and the gospel, that's the heartbeat of who we are as a school. Yep. That's what we're going to continue to stand on. Yep. So spring, great season, a lot going on. Yep. Busy, FPA, such a great community, great place to be.
Yep.
Well, and with that,
we've gone beyond the armor.
Stand firm, Crusaders.